What's going on, guys? I'm Degidio, and we are back with another episode of the Jaxxon podcast. I'm sitting here with the greatest co-host of all time, Rampage Jaxxon.
Yeah!
And the greatest co-host of all time, TJ Dillashaw.
Yeah, let's go!
Sound like a dying llama behind the computer over there. Sound like a dying llama. This guy's been on one today. So we got
all
an amazing
training he's been doing.
All that training. He's really thinking he's doing something special.
He's been throwing them hands, bro.
Our cameraman really thinks he's special. He really thinks he's something special.
He's the blurred guy, right?
He's the blurred guy in all the behind the brands.
Yeah.
And lately he's just been on a hot one. He really thinks he's going to do something special. We are about to break down one of the best, I would say one of the best cards of the year. I saw nothing but action. I saw what? What?
So nothing but action?
Nothing but action. I loved everything I saw.
Okay.
And I really want to jump right into this with TJ. I know that you are a big wrestling guy.
Yeah.
So what is your opinion before this fight, going into the fight, on Bo Nickal?
There's a lot of pressure on him going into this fight, right? Because he had his first loss. He talks a lot of big game, talking about how he's going to be a champion. He ended up losing, showing that there's still a lot of gains to be made in this sport. And so now he needed to come out and prove himself. They gave him another grappler, which was great for him to be able to start showing some of his striking. And he looked good, man. I mean, getting the finish put an exclamation point on it. I think without that, maybe it wouldn't have been as impressive, but he looked good. He looked settled in his feet. I would have liked to see him throw more combos, because when you did actually see him throw a combo, because at the beginning of the fight, he was doing a lot of pop shots, a lot of like a leg kick, a jab, a cross, throwing one at a time. But then when he finally started opening up a little bit, you seen like he'd throw like a punch and a kick, and it would land well. And like he's got the athleticism to start striking. Really good feints. Faking just a little bit of quick little level change, things like that. But when he's actually starting putting combos together, he's athletic enough to do it. And he's been training it, you can tell. Everyone's got to respect his takedown, so they can't completely open up on the strikes with Bo, because you're going to get taken down. So that's a huge advantage of him. The better grappling you have, the better striking you can have at the same time. So he looked good, man. He looked comfortable. Great fight for him.
Rampage, did you have an opinion on Bo Nickal before this fight, going into the fight?
Oh, not at all. I like Bo Nickal. I think he's a great wrestler, and I love wrestlers that go out and strike and be exciting. I think he has what it takes to be a star.
Do we think that the wrestling of Bo Nickal is comparable to like the wrestling of Khamzat Chimaev or Arman Tsarukyan?
Yeah,
I know it's different styles, but
different styles, but definitely great. I think it's better for even ground game. Collegiate wrestling is better for jiu-jitsu, to where the freestyle and Greco is more so just like on your feet, get the takedown. But with that said, Khamzat showed amazing top control, never letting the guy take a break. Both of them, I'd like to see them start using their takedowns as setups for their strikes, right? If Bo got a little bit better at faking, like a full fake into a takedown, he can come back up and fire with his hands and kicks at the same time. And it would add massive gains to his striking at the same time.
Rampage, do you look at fighters now the way they're like building their careers, building their stats, building their, kind of, I would say, wins and losses? Do you think that the UFC is feeding him the right guys?
Well, I haven't paid a lot of close attention to Bo Nickal's opponents and stuff like that, but I think this right here was great for him. After coming off a loss, and he proved himself. That's all you can do. Like you only as good as your last fight at the end of the day.
And you can only get fed for so long, right? Like, yes, you got a great, like all the wrestling fans behind him following him. He's got a big following. You can only be fed for so long. Eventually, once you make it in the top 10, like you're fighting killers everywhere, right? And you can't have a chink in your armor anywhere. So eventually that goes out the window. And this guy's tough. This guy's got some good grappling. He showed hard in there, but Bo was just a better athlete.
Who is this guy? I never heard of this guy he's fighting. Who is this guy?
He's got a grappling background.
He's from Brazil.
I really haven't watched him much either. Yeah. I don't really know about.
But he's been in the UFC for a while.
I think so. I don't know.
I never heard of him.
Yeah, I've never seen him fight.
I think that's why they're on the prelims.
Oh, okay.
You know? I mean, Bo carries enough weight just with his following to be on a main card, but until you start giving him another main card opponent, it's hard to put you on a main card, especially a stacked one like this.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And TJ, what did you see from Bo Nickal striking?
Like I said in the beginning, like he started off with just a lot of pop shots. He had one cross at a time, one cross, throwing a jab, throwing a hook, throwing a body kick, right? Until he started putting things together later on in the fight, you start seeing like, all right, he can strike. You know, he's got some defense, he's got some combos. I'd like to see more of it now from the beginning. And obviously he's being smart, right? Making sure he gets the win, and he's gauging distance and how he's reacting to everything. And he got a big takedown in that first round, but now start using that to your advantage, right? Like start throwing some combos behind it, getting some real openings, not just one cross at a time. He was throwing a lot of body kicks. He landed some good body kicks before he landed that head kick, which set up the head kick. But I think he can do that sooner. I think he can start putting guys away sooner if he actually starts coming out and striking. But again, don't forget about what got you to the dance with his wrestling, right? But using that wrestling to your striking advantage, like full on fake that takedown, come back with an uppercut, hook, cross, right? Like cross low to the stomach, kick high, things like that. Things that I used in my arsenal, my toolkit, was that I knew, like, for instance, when I fought Barao, he thought the only way I was going to be able to beat him was to out wrestle him. So I let him believe that, and I let him think about the takedowns when I bring shots over the top.
Now, a lot of people were talking about Bo Nickal's last fight, talking about Bo Nickal as a fighter in general, the UFC trying to make him the face of, the UFC, and we see UFC kind of prop up certain fighters and celebs and stars. Do you think that he could be a potential face of the UFC?
Yeah, he's going to continue to do what he's doing, right? But he got. I think it's great that he lost, right? Like, let all the guys talk shit about holes in his game, but he's a competitor. He's a true competitor since he was 6 years old. He's been wrestling. He's been competing every weekend, and he's lost so many times and been able to bounce back from it. So seeing his bounce back is even more impressive because now he's got that fight in him and he wants to do it.
Yeah, I think that the way fighters used to be built in the old days compared to how they're being built now, like those less cards, there was less noise. Like when Rampage fought, the whole country kind of stopped because you knew he was going to fight.
Yeah.
There was a big buildup. Now there's so many fights and so many fighters. I think it's a lot harder for them to build stars.
It is. There is, because like you said, there's fights every week and it's harder to build stars. But then when you do have those stars, you got to put them on this pedestal a little bit to continue to fuel their fire so that you do have those eyeballs that are going to tune in. Love him or hate him, right? You're going to tune in to watch it.
Rampage, do you feel like the game has changed a little bit in terms of how fighters got built compared to your era?
It should be easier to build stars now with the internet and how fast information travel. So
That's true.
I think if they're not really building stars like that, maybe it's by design.
But in the past, you didn't have to do all the extras, right? Like you just had to go out and knock people out and look impressive in the cage, right? Now you got guys having to do streaming, having to do podcasts, having to do all these extra jobs to become a star. So it's a easier because the playbook's right in front of you how to do it, but it's a lot more work, I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, you see it, you're streaming all the time. That's a lot of work. That's a full-time job. You know
I know,
what I mean?
man. Just coming up with ideas just to stream. Like today, I don't know what the hell I'm going to stream.
You're constantly having to think of content to create.
Every day,
Yeah, I mean, he's got to keep people engaged in his channel every day.
No, I mean, but every day you have to think of the stream that day.
Yeah, I had to think of it. And some streams are planned. Like I'm planning to stream with Steve Aoki.
Okay.
And I want to go stream with him, but you know how sometimes the big celebrities things fall through and stuff like that. So that stream is set. But like today, I like to stream 6 days a week. And I'm thinking like, okay, well I'm gonna stream today. You can't stream the same thing every day.
Yeah. Yeah, got to be a form of entertainment all the time.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work.
And I wasn't like a huge fan of social media coming up. I was like a little bit of the in-between stage, right? Like that's when Instagram and Twitter and everything started blowing up to where before you didn't have to, and I wasn't like a big fan of it, right? But what exploded my career was having those rivalries and being on the Ultimate Fighter and whatnot and having to do those extra jobs.
Yeah.
In terms of the fight ending the way it did, Bo Nickal kind of doing what Bo Nickal does. Were you expecting this fight to end that way?
No, No, it wasn't, especially after the first couple of rounds. This finished in the third round, right? Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect him to get a one kick knockout, right? Like I expected him maybe just to overwhelm him. Maybe if he was going to finish him on the ground, either submitting him or, just overwhelming him with punches. I didn't expect him to land a head kick KO. But he's got, and seeing that, he's got the athleticism to do it. And I think he can do it a lot more often if he starts chaining those things together, not just do one or the other. Use your wrestling as striking, in this sport.
You think Bo Nickal's grappling game is good enough to submit a black belt?
I do.
Oh wow!
I do. I because of the overwhelming pressure. Maybe not just in a jiu-jitsu match. Jiu-jitsu is a completely different sport, completely different game.
But in a fight,
in a fight, just overwhelming a guy, making him tired, and just like breaking him down to where eventually he gives up a position, either being from tired or being just overwhelmed with punches. Just it creates a different kind of scramble.
Do you feel that the game is completely reliant now on, obviously you have to be a mixed martial artist, but your wrestling being at all-time high with how good we're seeing wrestling in the UFC right now?
Absolutely. I think it's always been that way. You go through these peaks, though, in these phases, right? To where you got that Prates is able to defend a takedown and knock you out, right? You got Adesanya. He's not a wrestler either and able to be on top of the game for so long, right? So it goes through these waves, but I still think wrestling is the most important background to have, especially if you learn to, like I said, not only use it to wrestle, use it as setups to your strikes. Like everyone's deathly afraid of Hamzat to take him down now, right? And to put him in a crucifix and to ride him and to smother him. Same with Makhachev that we see later on. Like they're deathly afraid of that to lose a fight that way. So they're gonna shell up and be a little bit slower on their feet, use that to your advantage and start popping off your strikes. So I think taking him down early is awesome. Wearing him out, get him scared of that takedown, and then using your strikes afterwards.
Yeah, Bo Nickal, this head kick, it came out of nowhere because he was just pot shot, and I didn't see like definite setup, and he just threw it.
Well, most of the fight, he did throw a couple head kicks, but most of the fight he was landing body kicks, either that push kick down the middle, or he'd throw a good liver kick because he's in that southpaw stance, and he threw it so many times. And you see the guy, sorry, I don't remember his name, Rodolfo, go to block lower, and it comes right over his guard and head kicks him.
Beautiful head kick.
It was.
The setup too, with the way Bo Nickal kind of changes level of positioning when he goes in to shoot with a fighter thinking that he's going to try to go in and shoot in on him. Do you ever feel like they have a lot more advantage because people aren't expecting? Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time advantage if a guy's afraid of your takedown. Every level change, he has to respect it. If he stops respecting it, you're going to take him down. So he starts respecting your takedown. You come back when you fire kicks. You come back, you fire combos, and that's when you put the lights out.
Amazing. The next fight we have a kind of a veteran in the game, Beneil Dariush, which I was excited to watch him fight. He's been on the podcast. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Trains with Giga. And he was fighting Benoit Saint-Denis. And this guy is just, Benoit's a killer, But I feel like Beneil's been in these positions before. I thought he would be able to do a lot more than what he did. But obviously age, I think, plays a big factor. No?
He didn't really get a chance, man. He came out hot. Awesome leg kick, throwing some good combos. He just got clipped behind the ear.
Yeah. Right? That knock out anybody.
Yeah.
You get hit right there. It's a good chance you're going to go to sleep.
Just the positioning of that hand, like over the ear, over that soft spot of the head, behind the ear.
If I could choose to punch anyone anywhere, it'd be right here behind the ear. Like on our feet, that's where I'm punching you, is right here, because you're going to lose your equilibrium and you're going to get put out. Obviously the chin's nice too, but I actually think it does even more dividends when you punch someone behind the ear. Especially if you're up blocking and you got that frame up and you can still punch around with them small gloves, and then we got little tiny 4-ounce gloves, man. It pays dividends. This fight, to me, going into it was a toss-up because of the age, and, Benoit's a big guy. He's I wouldn't say his striking is impressive, but he's big. He's a tank. Just, caught him in the right spot.
That was a great calf
right,
kick.
Boom, right behind the ear.
Yeah, it happens. Like, he was in a fight. It was going to be a dog fight. It looked like he was actually, doing great. Like he had what's his name? Denis?
Yeah,
might as well. Benoit Saint-Denis.
Benoit Saint-Denis. He had him hurt and everything. It's just unfortunate. He got caught.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, he came out firing. He looked fast. He looked aggressive. That's how Beneil fights as well too. So I expected Beneil to get this victory because he had the better striking, but he unfortunately just got caught right behind the ear. That's the crazy part of this sport, man. Anything can change anytime. Right? Maybe held onto the clinch a little bit too long rather than getting his space there. Yeah. He just tried overwhelming him, but with big, powerful guy like that, get back to your space, get back to what was working, kick his calf again, use your feints, use some motion. But, you took him off his feet and you're like, oh, I got this guy. And you get him a little too aggressive and you get caught behind the ear.
That's a game of MMA. That's what I love about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because when you catch him, that feeling must be insane.
Man, isn't like, come on, a 13-second win, 13-second knockout?
Yeah. Trained 3 months for that fight to finish in 13 seconds. You feel horrible for Beneil, but obviously Benoit feels amazing, right? The faster you get it done, the awesome. Yeah. He's unscathed. You can get back right in there right away.
What do we think of Benoit Saint-Denis going into these next couple fights?
He's a lightweight, right?
Yeah. Do we think
he's big?
Do you think that he's ready for a title fight?
I'd have to look at. There's a lot of 55ers though. I don't know if he's got a big enough star power behind him yet to get to the title fight. I think he's probably need another big win. Beneil wasn't like a number one contender or anything. So if you should pull up the rankings, I mean, there's guys that he needs to beat first to get a title shot, in my opinion.
With all due respect, like the guy was getting worked. He was getting worked. He was getting his ass kicked for 13 seconds though, but he was getting worked. You want to say there's no lucky shots in MMA, but you know.
I mean, look, you got Arman, right? He's the next one he's got to get out there and beat Hooker, but he's the next one for the title shot. I mean, you got Max Holloway making noise up there now. Charles Oliveira has always been up there. So you get Benoit to beat someone like Oliveira, Paddy Pimblett, Gaethje, guys like that. Those are the names you're going to have to get out there and like do that same performance to be able to get a title shot.
Yeah. I mean, this is a huge division.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this division.
The star power names.
Yeah, it's just all names.
Yeah.
And Beneil was 9 going into the fight. Benoit Saint-Denis was 13. So I think that he's for sure going to move up in the rankings.
Oh, yeah, he'll be top 10.
Michael Chandler's still number 12.
Yeah.
Rufy is 15. There's killers.
Yeah.
Paddy Pimblett's 6.
Yeah.
Gaethje. Yeah, I mean, you got a long way to the top.
Have they lined up Pimblett's next fight yet?
No, I think they want to give him Ilya.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
You can't jump Arman, dude. Not if Arman goes out there and beats. Arman's fighting this weekend, right?
Yep.
He goes out there, he beats Hooker. He's the next one for the title shot for sure.
How you think he's going to do against Hooker?
I think he's going to do great. I think he's the more athletic guy. Hooker's gritty. He's dirty. He's going to bring the fight to you. But I think Arman's grappling is going to be too strong for him. He's too physically strong as well. He's like clean on the outside, right? Doesn't take a lot of risks. Where Hooker's a guy that takes all risks. So a Hooker and like a Gaethje and a Chandler, like those fights are insane, right? Where Arman's a little more controlled, real professional with the way he takes his fights. He's going to be safe. He's going to be smart. He's going to take him down. He's going to beat him up. He'll catch him on his feet. Arman wins the fight.
I'm a little bit worried that Arman is going to feel like he has something to prove and, just go out there and just probably not be his normal self.
That's a possibility. That's always a possibility. I just think he's too smart for that. You know what I mean? And he comes from an upbringing to where he doesn't have to be successful. You know what I mean? I think he's going to be smarter with that. I mean, these other guys, like, maybe this is all they have. This is like all they can fall back on in life for like living the lifestyle you want to live. Those are the guys that are maybe going to take a little bit too much of a risk. I think Arman, he's too calculated.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a big fight. Everybody was talking about Carlos Prates, the infinite smoker, the man who eats Nutella before the fights, as we saw the joke going around with him in Islam. And Leon Edwards, who Chael Sonnen said is probably one of the best fighters in the UFC. I don't know if you saw that.
Why would Chael Sonnen say that?
Yeah, that's what Chael Sonnen said. Chael Sonnen said that Leon Edwards is one of the best fighters in the UFC.
I mean, he's gifted. I mean, he's talented. He's athletic. And I picked him to win this fight. Like before the fight, I was thinking that Leon Edwards was going to make it a little bit more methodical and like the same way he did the first round, right? He out-grappled him. He took him down, had a good double leg, put him up against the cage, like was picking his shots. Prates got him to engage in the second round, though. Got him to like listen to the shit talk and stand at his distance rather than moving his feet and keeping it real methodical and not taking too many chances. He just got caught a little bit flat-footed, backing up, and seriously lifted off his feet when that cross landed.
Yeah, that was one of the craziest lips-offs. I saw the slow motion of that. I don't know. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Pretty incredible. Yeah. What do we think of Leon Edwards wrestling and Carlos Prates, the defense? Because we saw a lot of moments on the internet now with these photos that look like Carlos Prates was unbothered with Leon Edwards on his back.
Yeah, did a good job of not letting him affect him because he got schooled the first round, right? And you can see the game plan of anyone going in to fight Prates is put him on his back and take him down, put him against the cage, slow him down. Because look, he's not really trying too hard to get out of here. He's more just being a showman. And, Edwards gets a body triangle on his back, So maybe a little bit more grappling awareness from Prates would help him out a lot. Because you see holes, this is 170. So the champion now, Islam would just wreck him. It would just be an easy fight. So I don't think Prates should even be pushing for a title fight right now. Let continue to build some star power because he's a star. He's entertaining. Take some smart fights because Islam, you lose your chance at a title by fighting Islam, in my opinion.
In Rampage, what did you see from Carlos Prates in this fight? Do you like the way he's scrappy, the way he fights?
Yeah, I'm a fan of his. He's an exciting fighter. I like people to go out there and just entertain the crowd. He has good stand up, and look like he has pretty good ground game. He's a good fighter, man.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. He's a great fighter. And he's a showman.
He's a showman. I like
a great showman, inside and outside the cage. He's a star, man. And so I think picking the right fights for him. Scroll down so I can see the 70-pound rankings. Whoever's controlling the computer over here.
Yep, on this one.
Yeah, so let's see. Where's he at? Where's he ranked right now?
Leon Edwards.
No, not Leon, but Prates.
Oh, Carlos Prates is right there. He is ranked number 9.
Number 9, and he beat Leon, which was 4.
Leon was 4, yep.
Leon was number 4?
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe you fight like even Sean Brady. Shavkat would be a tough fight for him. Ian Gary, I guess. Have they fought?
Has they fought? No, I don't think they fought yet.
No, Ian Gary beat Carlos Prates.
Did he?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, that was it. They lost.
Footwork, probably.
Yeah.
Dude, anyone above him right now is a tough fucking fight for him. Bilal Muhammad out wrestles him. Sean Brady's got great grappling as well, too. He's very strong. Shavkat's going to out grapple him. That's a tough, man. Joaquin Buckley.
Oh, that would be a good
fight.
fight.
Yeah, that'd be a good fight. Yeah.
Joaquin Buckley maybe be the fight to make next. Those are both entertaining guys. Both like to strike.
What rank is Joaquin?
7. Right? But he's probably going to bump up above Buckley right now because he just knocked out number 4.
So how it works, he don't switch to number 4?
I don't think so. I don't really know how that works, but he's going to move up. He'll probably be top 5. Leon Edwards drops down to being in top 10 somewhere. So all those fights are going to be tough for him.
Yo, that knockout came out of nowhere. Look.
Boom, shuffled his feet in, just powerful left cross.
Let's see that again. It just came out of nowhere.
Watch how he gallops his feet underneath him. Boom.
Do you feel like it was lucky? Do you feel that I was calculated? Do you feel it was strategic? What was that?
Oh, definitely calculated. Not lucky. He took his foot on the outside. He's in that open stance, ortho versus southpaw, and he gallops his feet up on the outside, which lines up his left cross, and just caught Leon backing up a little bit too slow. Closed the distance fast, and he's rangy. He's got really long arms, right? So he's rangy. I just think the rest of the guys in the top 5 are a problem for him. Number 5 is Kamaru Usman, right? You got Shavkat, you got Sean Brady, you got Bilal Muhammad, and you got Islam. All those guys are just going to, unfortunately, probably take him down and wear him out. But, again, the sport's so crazy, man. Things can happen just like that.
That was Leon, was he off his feet when he got punched?
He was backing up, yeah. So he was trying to back up at the same time. See how his feet are galloping together?
He was off his feet.
And that's why it made it look so much worse, too.
Oh, yeah. I didn't notice that the other day.
He's backing up and he's shuffling his feet together. As he gets hit with that cross, it launches him in the air.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Who got the performances? I know Bo Nickal got one. I seen that posted.
Yeah, you see his feet.
Who else got the performances, knockouts and things of the night?
Okay. They used to do a great job at announcing it. Now they just do Instagram posts. Performance of the night bonus were awarded to Michael Morales, Carlos Prates, Benoit Saint-Denis, and Bo Nickal.
Okay. Cool. Crazy Islam didn't get one. He just made we'll get to that, but he made the fight look so easy. It was crazy to me.
So Carlos Prates, TJ, a lot of people talk about the nerds.
Yeah.
He talked about having Kyle on his back the whole camp, and he wasn't worried about anything when Leon was on his back.
Nice.
Do you feel that was a big play, having a good sparring partner and a good teammate like Kyle in his corner helped him prepare?
Absolutely. Having someone on your back getting ready for those situations, absolutely. I mean, only way to prepare for it is putting yourselves in those dangerous situations and eventually getting comfortable within them. You're comfortable with someone on your back because you've been in that situation countless times for the last 3 months. So yes, massive. I didn't hear that, but yeah, now you saying that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Rampage, how important do you think the nerds camp is right now, having Carlos and Hoofy and, having Kaio? Do you think that they're going to be able to come back and just steamroll the divisions now?
I feel like them taking that loss, I think that like lit some fire on them. Seemed like they're training harder and they got their focus back. It takes that sometime, a good loss, and each of them lost once, right?
I think so. For the most part, they were going down a little bit on it. But that's the thing, though. The sport's like so competitive and so tough that like you're going to take them losses, and it's how you bounce back from them, right? Like very rarely do you get guys that stay undefeated like Morales is undefeated right now, right? Like he looks so good. We'll get to that next fight next. But very rarely do you see guys go undefeated, right? You got Islam with 1 loss, but he lost as well too, right? And bounced back.
Yeah.
And then in terms of Carlos Prates' next fight, like we talked about, do you think that Carlos Prates can kind of make that big of a jump in the division where you think he could be top 5?
Well, yeah, he just knocked out number 4. He's top 5.
You think so? He'll take 4. Does Kamaru Usman and Ian Gary move up then? Because Ian Gary beat him. That's
probably, yeah, it might be true. It might be like Usman goes 4, so maybe he's 6.
Yeah.
Maybe Usman goes to 4 and Machado goes 5, and
I only bring that up
6.
because losing to someone above you,
and
then obviously if one person leaves the top 5, that's a hard ranking system to have right there.
Yeah, it's a stacked weight class.
All right, this is a big one. Michael Morales, undefeated going in the fight. Sean Brady, which everybody's been talking about, is just a monster. And they were talking about the height advantage, 5'10". They were talking about the reach, 72 for Sean Brady, 79 for Michael Morales. Michael Morales, 25 years old. Sean Brady, 32 years old. You could see the skill and the weight and the size, but the height of Michael Morales, you could definitely see it. Seemed like a real tall 6'1", 6'2".
I didn't realize how big he was for the weight class until I saw him in there because I knew Brady's big. Mm-hmm. Brady's a big guy for 170s, and he's even bigger, right? Like I didn't realize how big he was. Obviously his height, but also just all around. Like he's just massive. Came out with a great game plan. Look at his stance. He's square. He's ready for the takedowns, and he's lowered his stance big time. He's leaning forward, really trying to use that jab to his advantage with his reach. He's leaning over that front foot. He's so tall that I don't think Brady's going to shoot for snap kicks up the middle to his face. So great game plan fighting Brady. Again, another fight that I was wrong on the first 3 fights on the main card. I thought Beneil was going to win. I thought Leon was going to win. I thought Brady was going to win. I knew they were all close, but those were my picks going into this main card, and I was proven wrong on those first 3.
Why do you think Morales he decided to lean forward instead of like to lower his level?
His hips, so Brady can't shoot in on him.
I know.
There we go. His hips are further back. But no, but seriously, like think about it. So
put my name. You don't think I train?
No, you don't train.
No,
no. We know you don't train.
I mean, think about it though. So lower, yes, lower is going to help as well too, right?
Right.
Real low same, but now I'm real wide as well. At the same time, I can't move my feet as much, and I'm going to get caught with leg kicks or whatever it may be. He's a little bit in his normal stance, but his hips are further back. And he's got such a range advantage. The only thing you're opening yourself up for is things up the middle, but he's so tall, that it's hard for someone to like throw a snap kick up the middle or looking for that uppercut because he's so tall. I think it was a great game plan. To where, I would probably lower my stance like you're saying, but with his athletic ability and with his range, I think the way that he did it here was perfect. Look how far away his hips are for Brady.
Yeah. And so Brady's a good wrestler?
He's got good grappling. Yeah, he's strong.
I think one thing, too, that Brady doesn't get enough credit for is the way he can sit there and kind of bang in the pocket with these taller, bigger guys. Because I think Michael Morales, on his last fight, I saw a photo this morning, and it said that he weighed in the next day, I believe, at 200 pounds.
30 pounds bigger.
Yeah. 200 pounds.
Oh, he's cutting that much weight?
I mean, he's big.
He showed the scale. Yeah, I mean, we were on the podcast with him. Remember, Rampage? How big he was?
Yeah.
We just had him on the pod, and he's a big dude.
Yeah.
But his mom is like a judoka, and she was a black belt, and I guess he trained a lot with his mom. He gives a lot of credit to his mom for the training and his love for mixed martial art. But you could see that he was very well versed in this fight. He came in very well prepared.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that's like amazing.
You think that was his mom's dress he was wearing in that video?
Well, he's wearing a dress in a video.
Oh yeah,
I didn't see it.
He talked about it. It's like a thing they do down there in Ecuador for it's like once a year to bring in the new year or something.
I still couldn't figure out why they do it though.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like a viral video.
But his mom looks small, bro. When they show her in the stand, she doesn't look very big. His dad must be massive, huh?
Yeah. I mean, the power Michael Morales had when he was throwing those wild hooks, he was definitely going for a knockout.
Yeah.
He wasn't waiting for anything. He wasn't stressed. He looked very well prepared.
I mean, how many knockouts does he have now?
A lot. This guy he's on a killing spree. Let me pull it up. I mean, he's undefeated still. How many times in the UFC history we've seen this many undefeated fighters? It's a lot.
Is he 19-0?
19-0 now.
In the UFC or period?
Period, total.
total.
I don't know how many UFC fights he has. That's what
He
I'm
has
asking.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He has like 7 or 8 with Dana White Contender Series, and he has like probably like 20 fights total. He's 19-0 total.
19-0, yeah. So how many UFC fights does he have?
14 UFC fights, 8.
8. How many
7 or 8.
knockouts?
He has a knockout, 6 knockouts.
That's not bad. That's pretty good.
That's great. Of course he's looking for the knockout, bro.
There go the video.
And like 7 of them are all in the first round. Yeah, this was the video.
But why they going to cars? They I don't understand. Like why are they going up to cars and stuff?
Acting like call girls.
This is just what they do. It is to bring in the new year, I think. He said it on the pod. I don't remember. I mean, you should do that with him on the live stream. You would love that.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Why not? That'd be great.
Yeah, you would kill it.
That's not a
You
live
should fly
stream.
down to Ecuador and figure out what dress fits you and then see what you could do.
No, fuck no. My chat, they say too much gay stuff. I'm not adding no fuel to that fire.
What
Oh,
happens?
dude, it'd be great. You got to do that.
No, hell no.
Hell yeah.
What
The
happens
Barry will start
then?
helping me with ideas, dude.
No,
Yeah. I'll do your
no,
ideas.
No, I don't. I
I'll
already
be
don't like
the
that
idea
idea.
guy.
No, I really.
No,
I don't
that's
like
a great
that.
idea. Chat, what do you guys think?
No, Barry gave me a good idea. What survival at the paintball park?
Oh, yeah, he's going to do a paintball day at SC Village in Chino. And what Rampage is going to do, our paintball park in Chino, California over here.
Yeah.
Rampage is going to go and bring like 20 of the best influencers from around the world.
Yeah.
Put them on the field, and they have like a 24-hour day. They have to survive.
24 hours?
Yeah, something crazy like that.
Yeah, it'd be crazy. Yeah, 24 hours.
And then they stream the whole
What do
time.
you mean you got to survive? So if you get shot, you're out.
If you get shot, you're out.
Yeah.
But we put them at all. It's a 100-acre park, so we put them all over the park. No one knows where anybody's
So you just
at.
want to hide out.
No. Every hour, it's like Hunger Games. Someone gets eliminated, so you have to shoot someone to stay in the game. If you shoot someone, you get to stay in. If you don't shoot anybody because you're just hiding, you might be
can't
one of
camp?
the 5.
No
So
camping?
you can't camp.
No, not really. No, then
That'd be
you have,
insane.
Then you have truce time for what? For eating and performing.
No
should bring
truce
in-
time.
No truce time.
No
What about
truce
when
time.
you bring in a performer?
Well, no. What we do is we put
concert.
GoPros in everybody's camp, so then we can just talk and interact with them.
We got to plan it out, but that's
It sounds like Running Man.
Yeah,
Remember Running Man?
Yeah, I remember that. That'd be dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Rampage would kill it, but the only one that can go around, and there's the park right there. So it's 100 acres, and we build all the facilities. My dad builds all the fields. They're all built out of
Bro, that'd
movie
be
props.
sick.
They're
This is
all
in
themed.
Chino?
It's in Chino.
Sick.
Yeah, and you can do whatever you want and just run around the park. I think it would be insane. We'll do it during the week when the park's closed, because now we have Jelly Blast and we have like paintball soft for kids, so it would be packed. Rampage would have the blast.
Dude, that sounds amazing. I want to do that.
Yeah, that'd be fun. You want to do it?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have a Wild Society team.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's over 3,000 people there on a single day.
Damn.
It goes nuts.
Bro,
All right,
that'd
let's
be-
jump.
One day, 3,000 people go through there?
Yeah, it goes crazy. Saturdays
Whoa.
and Sundays go nuts. That park's the #1 park in the country. That's been around for 40 years. We just celebrated our 40th anniversary 2 years ago.
Damn.
But 2-story buildings. Yeah, it's the craziest paintball park.
You got to
But
gear me up with all the best stuff, though.
Oh, 100%. It's where we do all of, like, majority of the business is people plan their birthday parties.
And people rent the stuff from you?
They rent a field, and then we give them all the equipment, and they play birthday party games, like 3-4 hours, and kids, adults. It's pretty insane.
Bro,
Yeah,
that'd be a
sounds fun.
6 stream.
Yeah, I've done some
You would
paint.
have the time of your life.
I've done some paintballing at Bilzerian's like speed course he has in his backyard.
Yeah.
That shit's so much fun.
Yeah, Dan plays, like, professionally.
Yeah.
He loves
He has refs come and everything. Dude, it's
Yeah.
so much fun.
How bad does it hurt though when you get hit?
No, it doesn't hurt.
I mean, it hurts for a little bit. You can get some bruises and stuff.
You remember you threw a tantrum when you got shot. Remember
You
that?
wanna bring that up?
No, I don't want to bring it up.
Just put some gear on underneath it.
Rampage
yeah.
threw a tantrum because someone shot
thought
him
you
a
said
few
you
extra times.
I thought you were going to bring it up.
Bring it.
Rampage
Like,
tried to fight the whole park. I ain't gonna bring it up. Rampage tried to fight the whole park.
You got to wear like overalls that are a little bit thicker. Like,
Oh, he was thick back then.
No,
He didn't need the overalls.
His friends are dickheads. I was already down. We already talked about this before. I was already shot. They already shot me.
Yeah.
And they came, and I was out of the whole thing, and they came and shot me inside my hand because you got to put your hands up.
your hands were up already.
Hey,
Yeah.
bro, no
Man.
one cared until we got back and they saw it was Rampage. At first, they all just thought it was a random person. When Rampage took off his goggles and they saw it was him, I had never
They all
seen
ran
so
away.
many people so shook. Yeah, it was like the scatter, and everybody just kind of vanished.
Damn, we need to do this, dude. That sounds amazing. It sounds like a
down.
great time.
Yeah.
This is a big fight, TJ. Valentina Shevchenko, Zhang Weili. Everybody calls Valentina Shevchenko probably the greatest women fighter of all time now.
I don't think you can surpass Nunes.
No?
Not yet.
Why is that?
I don't know, man. Nunes is just out there finishing people and Cyborg and
Is she back though?
yeah, hopefully. I think it'd be sick for her to come back because we need someone to be who's the big champion right now at the weight class? Kayla Harrison. Yeah, we need someone to beat Kayla Harrison.
Why?
Well, Amanda
not?
Nunes is
She's
coming
the
back to
she's the
fight her.
only Amer-
No,
is she
Amanda
American?
Nunes is coming back to fight her.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like to beat her. I'm saying to like have the chance to beat her. Like right now, anyone that fights Kayla Harris is like, all right, she's gonna run through them. In my opinion,
Is that the lady that ran for the president?
That's Kamala Harris.
She's fighting in the UFC. She's fighting.
Kamala Harris.
Kayla Harris is the one from the PFL Bellator that was jacked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying she's fighting in the UFC now.
She's the only American champion besides Mackenzie Dern. Well, Mackenzie
She's the champion.
Well, Mackenzie was born here or born in Brazil?
Brazil.
Brazil. All right, so
believe.
Kayla is the only American champion, I believe.
Right. So we got to protect her at all costs.
For sure.
Yes.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I just mean I want her to have a challenge. You know what I mean? Like someone that actually can threaten her, and that's it.
Well, Nunes is a beast, but she's taking a long time off. So
Yeah.
I got to ask you a question, TJ.
Yeah.
The weight difference, could we really see it here in this fight?
Big time. Not only the reach, but the advantage, and also the technique that Valentina has. I would have put all my money on her winning this fight. Just because of her fight IQ. I knew when she was going to have the range. She has that southpaw stance. She's got the longer jab. She stays out of danger real well. She's real athletic. And I knew that her size was just going to be too much. Like Weili's small, man. She's fast. She's explosive. She's powerful. But you see in this fight, like she's throwing a jab, but it's just in the air. It's just to her hand. She never like close the distance. She likes to fight outside. She likes to be like Pacquiao on the outside, but she never got in to an advantage. If she tried to get in, she would run straight rather than I would have liked to see her get outside the shoulders, get some better angles, and then get inside, like a little bit more head movement coming in. She just kept throwing that jab to her hand. It's not really closing the distance, trying to do with kicks because they're longer, which is great, but she's got to get outside them shoulders. She's got to get a better angle before she comes in.
Yeah, no disrespect. With all due respect, I felt like what's her name? Shalma Mikbo?
Which one? Valentina?
Valentina. I feel like since she was so much bigger, she should have like took Weili out though.
She fought it smart, right? She didn't want to engage that body shot when she came in was sick, but she didn't want to engage in her range, right? Like giving her a chance to land that big overhand right or something, like not play her range and play it smart and be dominant and smash her and like. Yeah, you want to look for the knockouts, you want to look for the finish, but at the same time, you want to be the most dominant champion. Like Hamza, it's gonna be hard to beat that fucking guy.
See, I understand that way of thinking, but it's like, come on, I know she's champion and it's for the belt, and you don't want to take any risks, but at the same time, it's like, come on, you're a fighter, man. You wanna be exciting as well. But that's my way of thinking.
I'm good. We don't have Bobby Green in here yelling right now. He's
been tagging me all weekend.
Yeah. I seen he was tagging you and Rogan about the fights, right? About snoozing.
Yeah, I agree with Bob. You got to agree with what Bobby Green was saying. Like they're not taking risk, But I know it's for the belt and everything, but you still got to take some risk in there.
I feel you. Calculated risk.
Yeah, calculated risk. Like if I'm fighting somebody that's a lot smaller than me, moving up to my weight class, I'm like, man, let me take this person out and let them show them they're in the wrong weight class.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, that's
a good way to put it.
I mean, the way that I fought was always looking for the finish, right? Like even when I'm champion, I was looking for the finishes, So I feel that, but at the
you did that for the crowd or for yourself?
For myself, I mean, it probably is influenced by the crowd, but ultimately for the entertainment of myself and just knowing I trained so hard to be a killer that I wanted to be a killer.
How much weight do you think Weili gave up in this fight?
I mean, it looks like I don't know if they ever showed their weight after weigh-ins.
It just looks like it was just such a mismatch. Like it just was so mismatched. Everything, the height, the weight, the striking. It just seems like she had no answers to anything.
And Valentina's fast too.
Very fast.
She's fast.
I mean, you've seen all of her dance moves. She's like got great footwork. Yeah. I would have liked to see Weili though. If there would have been some sort of challenging to do, she needed to get outside the shoulder to where like in Dwayne's system, like switching your stance, hitting sprints, hitting shake steps, getting outside the shoulder so that she can come forward. Because she never felt like she can come forward. The only time she felt like she could strike with her is like throwing kicks. But Valentina's kicks are even longer. And she just did it from this 50-50 standing right in front of you, right? Like, Bear, stand up right here. Like, so pretend Bear's a lot taller than me, right? And I'm here. Like, she's just throwing this jab out here. Like, I can't really close my distance here, right? To where what I would have liked to see, stand a little bit more this way, so I can get outside your shoulder. So I'm going to try to get out his shoulder when I'm doing this. So I like to do it in a switch stance. So I'm going to switch, and now I'm going to like sprint to get outside his shoulder. Now, as he's turning to find me, I can throw my combo.
Yeah.
To where like I can't just throw, I can, but it's a lot more dangerous in this 50-50 position to where if I get outside his shoulder, now I can come back in a better stance, in a better angle, be able to rush forward.
How important is the sprinting? How important is the running to the outsides?
Depending on the fighter you are, but also on the distance, right? Because again, my open stance here too, like your jab's so much longer. I gotta like get past that. I gotta get to like your shoulder so I can get on you. So what I like to do is like I'm gonna make back. I'm gonna split that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna split it here. Boom, and now you're turning to find me, and now I can land my punches, and I'm away from your power. Right.
Got it.
And so Valentina is southpaw.
Yeah.
Right? So now I'm going to fight orthodox. I'm going to touch his leg a little bit. I'm going to do her same little pop stand. I'm going to do a little pop stand. Next time I'm going to come here. Boom. And now I come back in my southpaw stance.
And then when they go to look for you, you're already there.
I want them to try to find me because I have to close the distance.
How influential is it to be able to fight southpaw and orthodox?
You have twice as many weapons, right? And I feel like I'm better at defense because of it as well, too. To where if you're a power hitter and you're orthodox, this is your power. Yeah. This is your power. Yeah, of course you have some power in here, but you have a lot less of it, especially if I get out this way, right? Okay. So I'm fighting you here. I know where your power is. I'm right in line with it. I don't want to be there. So I'm going to switch southpaw. I'm going to get outside you. Look how much further your power has to travel now. Okay. Now I can get out here. And now I'm going to bring my power by stepping back in my orthodox stance. Boom. Boom.
And that was the move. The move was to always be able to not only just throw them off, but to be able to dissect what they were doing and then to react to that.
Even if I didn't feel comfortable, even if I wasn't that great of a southpaw striker, I would use it as a setup, right? So you're back in your stance. I can even, rather than a sprint cross, I can use my hook too, right? So I get him to cover. I throw a big hook. Now I shake outside. Now I'm coming back orthodox. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, wow.
I'm using my
that's so good.
Stance.
Just real quick for the audience, that's so good. So when you're fighting, you're basically baiting them into your next move.
Yes.
So you would bait them in with a hook. So I go to cover the hook.
I know the angle before you're going to know it.
Yeah. So that's actually incredible. So when I would
even if I'm not good. I'm good in orthodox, but say I'm like not that great in southpaw. I'm using it as a setup.
Yeah, this is my setup. Show that hook one again, because
so I'm going to hook to get him to block a big hook.
I think I blocked you. I think I'm good.
And I'm using this to push my body weight to my right, even further away from his power. Boom. Now he turns to find me. I'm back orthodox. Boom, boom, and now I've closed this distance.
Nasty.
You know? That's nasty. That's a great way to close distance on a taller fighter.
Bro, no one ever talks about that kind of setting. I mean, they do, obviously, if you're a fighter, but for the general audience, setting up not your first move, not your second move, but your third move just by the body stance, by being able to pick apart what they're doing correctly or incorrectly. It's so epic, dude.
It's the same as wrestling, right? So when you start wrestling the best wrestlers in the world, your first shot usually does not work. Your first two shots mostly don't work. It's the chain wrestling. It's the chain. Same as throwing a combo. Like when Josh Emmett was going to be fighting when he fought Yusuf. We knew we were going to miss the first couple of shots, right? If we ever got the chance to do it, it was like landing the third, fourth, and fifth shot that was going to land, right? Expect to miss those first two. So when I'm in this southpaw stance, I'm shaking outside. And now I got my angle, right? If I'm shooting a high crotch this way and I miss it, boom, I'm ready for the next high crotch on the other side.
By the way, have you still been training Josh Emmett?
Yeah, we're training.
Where are you training him at?
I'm training up in Granite Bay area.
Nice.
We just find some random jiu-jitsu gyms, and I'm doing like personal training with him and a couple. Eric Sanchez, he's another 55-pounder that I trained with when I was an alpha male, and the guy had some true talent. Like he should have gotten to the UFC. I don't think, unfortunately, with his career, he's never coached and guided in the right direction. He is older now, and I'm trying to help him make some waves now as well too. So
you got a roster you're building up there. I love it.
Just a couple guys.
Wild Society, Team Wild Society is going crazy. Are they using your supplements and product?
Yeah, of course.
Nice.
Yeah.
And the beef jerky after practice?
Of course.
Caveman Eats?
I mean, I made all these products for peak performance.
The fact that you don't have any here for us really upsets me.
I have some in my bag.
And on behalf of the Jaxxon podcast and Rampage, I got to say congratulations on your UFC documentary and your video and the post that came out. UFC
is out already?
It hasn't come. The full episode hasn't come out. They're waiting for the TV rights of Paramount, so it sounds like it might wait till Paramount deal goes
But
through.
the trailer's phenomenal. He was here at the Jaxxon Media House, here at his Wild Society. He has a pop-in office he always builds with his team here. And then he was training at the Santo Performance Studio. And then just in general, watching, the Jaxxon jewelry and the new watches on you, watching you kind of work with your team, seeing the Santo on you, seeing you working with the team. It was incredible. I talked to, believe it or not, Cody Garbrandt about it the other day. He was here. He was on the pod.
Oh, nice.
And I talked to him about it with Caleb Walsh and Tabitha and everybody. And everybody, there's one thing, the common denominator at the table was the IQ level that you have as a fighter, as a coach, is just beyond most. And so if there's anything anybody can learn from you, it's definitely MMA, I think, is at a forefront of your knowledge.
Yeah, man, I did. When I retired, I took some time off and just like separated myself from the sport, and I put it right into this brand, Wild Society, and I was things that I was chasing when it came to peak performance. That's why all the products I created when it came to our whey protein isolates have added electrolytes to it, and the mushroom blend to our concentrates, and the electrolyte, like everything we created, I created it for peak performance. And now that it's come full circle, I'm getting it back in MMA, and I'm like coaching a little bit. It's reignited that fire, and I think this podcast is what's done it the most. Is like me just breaking down fights and talking about it. Like shows the world the knowledge that I've just developed on wanting to become a champion. And technique's only a part of wanting to be a champion, though. The way that I worked out with Sam Calvita, the way that he got me to start doing supplementation and the diet I had, to the hard work I put in with Dwayne and Felipe, just every aspect left no stone unturned when it came to wanting to be a champion. And nutrition was a big part of it. Supplementation was a big part of it. So I turned it into my next career, and that's how Wild Society started. And that's what this documentary, the UFC, followed me around for like 7 days and filming like how I'm building this brand, and what it means to me. And that's why nothing within our ingredients, everything's third-party tested. Everything is as clean as it could possibly get, because when you're an athlete, you can't be out there eating McDonald's and smoking cigarettes and things like that to become a champion, right? So, that's what I put my love into.
So this was an amazing fight. We saw two females that are just beyond great at what they do, but Valentina.
Boring fight.
It's an amazing fight because you can just see how dominant Valentina was, and it was obviously Weili's got to go back down to 115s.
I don't see why the ref don't stand him up when it's not that much action being on the ground. I thought the fight had some good moments, but I just get turned off when I'm seeing people just hugging on the ground. I'm sorry, I feel
you.
I don't like to watch those type of fights.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of zone out when it's in the grappling, right? Yeah. Like, even though I appreciate it and I like it and I understand it's a way to win, I as well, and I'm a professional fighter, I zone out a little bit when it comes to the grappling aspect.
Yeah, I like both of these girls. Valentina, I think she's great. I've joked about her dancing and stuff before in the past, but that's just me joking around. I think that's great that you do something after you win. Mm-hmm. And Weili, she's representing a whole country. She got a whole country behind her. I was hanging out with this Chinese girl that I met in Rome. And me and her became friends. And then so she was like, oh, I want to come visit you in LA. I'm like, okay. So she came and visited me. I had my event the same day, my amateur show. Yeah. So after that, we went straight to Dave & Buster's and watched a fight. And this girl, she didn't even know I was a fighter. She thought I was a rapper when she met me. The Chinese girl. So then she said, oh yeah, Weili. So she went crazy for this Chinese girl. She said everybody loves her in China. Yeah. And this girl doesn't even watch MMA. Yeah. But she knows her, right? So I think both girls are big stars representing their countries. Yeah. I just want to see people like fight, fight to finish.
Yeah.
And I think you just love excitement too, as a fight fan.
Yeah.
Not as a fight,
I think
as
we
a fan.
all
Rampage,
do,
no, but Rampage is not adrenaline junkie, but he's an excitement junkie.
Yeah.
I mean, look at what he does on his stream. He goes crazy for 10 hours straight. Yeah. Does not lose excitement.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, you love excitement. Like you look for it. Yeah. I think that's just part of your nature. I mean, look at the way you used to come out. You used to howl, you had the chain, you had the camo shorts.
Yeah, I think I have a short attention span. I think that's what my problem is.
You're a dopamine junkie.
That's what it is?
Yeah, we're all in this life, just in today in general, we're all chasing dopamine. That's why we can scroll through fucking Instagram and TikTok and you
TikTok
get instant
kills me.
gratification because like, you know, but we've lost the sense of dopamine that you get from like cutting firewood, hunting, and the way obviously we used to live. Now it's like instant gratification. Like when you get that instant gratification, like dopamine happens, right? And so like you're always chasing that dopamine high, which, you know, you're missing out on some of the others, which is oxytocin and things like that are slower. But we don't live in a slow life.
What I got to do to get that back? I got to go out and hunt and chop wood and
get back to the basics. Get back to the people that you love the most, and like put your phone down and have like in-depth conversations. Like sit on the couch with like me and my wife and like try to like turn off the TV and put our phones down and just have like that loving conversation and get the oxytocins going, which is hard to do. It's hard not to chase dopamine, but just like living a little bit more simple of a life.
Yeah, I'm scared if I get married, I have a wife, we'd be sitting down, she's trying to connect, and I'd be scrolling through my phone right in front of her.
Happens every day to people, for sure. Yeah.
I mean, I'm always on it. I live off my
His phone says he's on it more than there are hours in the day.
Yeah.
It's insane.
We went to a dinner one time. My screen time was 26 hours, 17 minutes.
How there's only 24 hours in a day?
I know, but I stayed up for like 4 days that week. And
but it still doesn't make sense how
and
your phone tracks you
just-
have 26 hours.
I don't get it.
Unless you're like changing like the setting in your phone to where you skip days or something.
No, it just couldn't. I don't think it had a chance to reset because I was designing and we were up all night.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. Things happen. All right, now we have a massive fight. The fight everybody's been waiting for.
For me, it's like going to my son's. Like I always tell my son, like he's wrestling now, so he wrestles 3 days a week, and I'm coaching practice when he's wrestling. So I get to, business is done. I turn my phone off. I put it in my backpack, and I go coach practice for like 2 hours. That's some of the best time for me possible. Like that's my, like, getting back to the basics, you know, and teaching my son how to wrestle and watching him be successful, watching him get his ass kicked and want to cry, but then keep wrestling and push through it. Like that's what fuels me, you know?
No, it's good, man.
Yeah.
This is the fight we've all been waiting for today. I think I'm been getting mixed reviews. So in the Jaxxon podcast Discord, we've been asking questions, and people have also been asking us over the weekend what we think. You know, a lot of people basically want to know who's going to fight who. These are a lot of basic questions, but some of the questions I got is this where the UFC is going? Bobby Green's very critical of it. Everybody's been very critical of it, which is wrestling now the new dominant martial art?
Until it can get defended, right? Like I said, we go through these waves. Like then you're going to have guys that are going to start defending takedowns and making these grapplers get in uncomfortable situations. So what it comes down to is you got to have two of the most well-rounded fighters possible. That you can't let someone like Islam be so dominant in wrestling and grappling that it turns into a fight like this. So it comes on both parts, right? It comes on a part of like Islam being more exciting, but also JDM being able to get out of those positions and get back to his feet and get it back to where he wants. And like the way that he started the first round, you're like, oh fuck, this is going to be a problem for Islam, right? Like he came out fucking firing, looking sharp. Then he gets taken down. That all goes out the window. Now he's so worried about the takedown, he doesn't let his hands go, you know? And then you got his cornerman just telling him like, hey, just be aggressive, throw this. And he, you know, his cornerman are probably going to get a lot of flack for like not giving him technical advice, but at the same time, you'd think that you trained for the last 3 months, all that technique, that you should have to just tell them like, hey, we got to fucking go. Like you're going to lose no matter what. You're going to either lose on your back or you're going to lose swinging. You might as well lose swinging, you know? We needed him to have that Michael Morales stance a little bit more, get his hips back and use that advantage there. But Islam made the fight look so easy, dude. And I did not expect it to look that easy. I chose Islam to win. Anytime there's a grappler versus striker, usually 90% of the time I'm picking the grappler. Especially when they're this dominant. But I expected JDM to give him more problems, be able to get back to his feet and show more danger on his feet.
I've heard people say that JDM's boxing is better than Tapura, so I wasn't expecting for Islam striking to be as good as it was. I'm really impressed with Islam's striking. I think his fight style, he should have taken him down, right? And he should have taken him down a couple of times, pieced him up on the ground. Then, like you said, had him worried about his takedown. Then just piece him up with his hands. That would make him such a bigger star, I think, right?
Yeah.
You know, because he did it. He did it a little bit. Like JDM was worried about his wrestling, so it changed his striking style. Now Islam can just pick him apart with his striking, and boom, like even a bigger star. When he can out wrestle him at any time. Like if the guy start, taking advantage of him, like on the feet. Oh, here we go, back down to the ground again.
Yeah, but at the same time, he is the number 1 pound for pound fighter in the world now. Like he wasn't because he took a little bit of time off. They put Tapori up there, but now he's guaranteed back. He's a 2-time champ, super dominant, 170. Like, thought this fight was going to be harder. Like, no way you don't put him number 1 pound for pound fighter in the world.
How long has he been off?
Well, he took a little bit of time off, not like crazy amount, but a little bit of time. Wasn't as active. He gave up his 55-pound belt to go to 70.
Now, this is my first time seeing Islam fight, to be honest.
No way.
No, I haven't seen him fight before this.
Okay.
What do we think about Islam's preparation on the feet, though, in terms of striking? We all heard about how good JDM's boxing is. We all know that the champ coming into this fight had incredible boxing. Do you think that Islam was worried about that?
Go to the first 30 seconds of the fight.
All right.
Go to the first 30 seconds of the fight so I can answer your question. You can see it. Like, when JDM's not worried about the takedown, he comes out and strikes, go back to the very beginning. Right, so like when he's not worried about like the takedowns and comes out and strikes, you're like, oh damn, it's gonna be a fucking problem for Islam. If he can keep doing this, like watch out, he's throwing his hands here. He comes out, he's aggressive, right? He's still shelled up a little bit, but he lets it go. Boom, 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 put him on his back foot. It's hard to shoot when you're going backwards all the time. Yes, you can time it and shoot in, but you also can get time to get an uppercut or a knee down the middle as well too. You got to keep him going backwards. As soon as JDM started respecting the takedown too much and not coming forward is when Islam was able to hit those. Like, look, he sets up his double leg from this distance now. Like JDM's like giving him this distance to where before he was coming forward and throwing big hooks and keeping him on his back foot and keeping him chin high and backing up. That's where he could have beat him. But as soon as he like gives him his distance and lets him be comfortable, Islam dives in on those double legs and they're fast. They're fast double legs. Yeah. But Islam's got good striking, but his biggest weapon in his striking is his threats of takedowns.
Yeah. I think Islam's striking. Look, his striking was right with him.
It was. Yeah. You're right.
He wasn't worried about JDM striking at all.
Right there, inside single leg, dude. Guy's got his head inside. Like, how do you not stanky leg out of that right away? Like, I don't know, man. I'd rather create a scramble. You ain't got no shoes on. Stanky leg out. Head inside single leg is the hardest shot to finish in fighting. You just pull your knee out every time. You don't got shoes on. Obviously, they're not slippery yet. They're not sweaty, but still, man, it's so hard to hold on to the head inside single leg.
I think it was a lot of pressure for JDM, that a lot of the basic technique you would feel is something that you do every day that you just forget to do.
Maybe. I mean, doesn't come from a wrestling background. This is like decades of wrestling. Right?
Yeah, in Australia, I don't know about wrestling there. So it would have been harder for him to recruit like wrestling partners all the way in Australia. Like, who's going to go all the way to Australia and help him train?
Yeah.
I know he's getting paid big money, but, it's still like a big ticket.
But JDM as a fighter, like what Rampage is saying, as a fighter, do you think he should have brought in different sparring partners? I mean, he has Craig Jones in his corner, which is one of the best grapplers in the game.
That's once the fight gets to the ground. Like, we need some guys that are going to help you defend takedowns. Yeah, I mean, he's trying these buggy chokes and things on the ground, but like, jiu-jitsu is not fighting. Not even close. Like, you can't train jiu-jitsu for MMA. You got to train MMA jiu-jitsu. It's a completely different sport. We had a really good jiu-jitsu coach in Josh Emmett's corner, and even him talking about, like, look, I'm not going to show you all this stuff because it doesn't work in MMA. Like, we're going to work on different controls and smashing and scrambling back to a single leg. Like, when you're on bottom, getting to that deep half guard, going to a single leg rather than trying to omoplata out or butterfly sweep, right? Like, you got to wrestle. You got to wrestle out of it. Right here, you got to have a little bit of forehead toes, break that grip, put your head on the mat, fight the hands. Like, do the good old, what they're calling a quad pod right now in wrestling. All the best NCAA wrestlers are using quad pods to where they'll get up on their toes, they'll put one hand down, and they're fighting hands at the same time, and then they're standing up, right? Rather than looking to scramble and go to guard or butterfly sweeps and things like that. I would have liked a little bit more wrestling technique rather than jiu-jitsu. But it's hard, man. I mean, Islam looks so strong, man. He made this fight look so easy. I did not expect it to be this easy.
Yeah, I look at kind of Islam's camp. You have Habib, you have half of Dagestan, you have we saw half of Dagestan beat up Dillon Danis in the audience. Yo,
I think everyone
that was
loves that, right?
that was more exciting than the main event.
Bro, he tried to fight the entire team. Dana White said the
I don't think he had
entire
a
brotherhood
choice.
was there to support Islam. And then Dillon Danis just walks over and Dana's like, I knew exactly what was going on.
That's like a perfect example of having to back up all the words you talk shit online. Like you can't talk all that, especially the Dagestani guys. You can't talk all that shit and then sit down next to them and expect not to get beat up. You know? Like,
Yeah, I saw a video and I could hear Dillon Danis' voice. I'm almost positive it was him, but this could be just me. And he was saying Assalamu alaikum or something. And then he's like walking by them and you see Tarzan, which is one of our guys sitting over there. And you see Jeff, who always works out with Tarzan. They're all sitting right there. And then you just see Dillon Danis go down with 20 guys around him. Like, I don't care how good of a fighter you are. When you got 20 guys trying to jump you, it's over.
Oh, come on.
well, the problem is he's not a good fighter though either.
Yeah, 20 guys stomping you and kicking you in your head.
It's over.
No, yeah.
And 20 guys that know how to fight too. Probably all those guys were in Habib or Islam's camp.
So those guys, they just don't joke. Like, you know, you don't do banter with those guys on the internet, huh? They don't understand it, huh?
No, dude.
They're not a
like,
banter group.
Yeah. I mean, that's like a perfect example of how people should get their asses kicked for the shit they say online. You know, like we've always had a problem with it. Like, yo, you're so like keyboard warrior. You're going to say this, you're going to say that. But when you're in person, like, you better be ready to back all that shit up.
I actually agree with you on that
Yeah.
one. There's a lot of
Like
keyboard
you got all the
warriors.
chat
yeah.
talking all this shit. Like, what if they had to answer to that shit they talk? They wouldn't be talking.
Yeah, 100%.
Because people don't want to fight.
100%.
When the world we live in now, you're not allowed to fight anymore, right? Like, but now you're in front of a bunch of guys that do fight and are gonna like throw chairs at you and beat your fucking ass and stomp your head in. Like, you better bring a squad with you if you're showing up.
Barry, you a billionaire. How about you start this organization where the keyboard warriors, you know, versus
You should do that for
Bro,
a
it should
stream.
be like Jay inside the bomb.
Yeah.
Jay inside the bomb.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
Are you blah blah blah? Did you say and just fucking start beating his ass?
yeah.
Holy beatdown. What you should do for your stream.
Keyboard warriors
You should
beat
do
down.
keyboard
Yeah.
warrior showdown, and you should stream where bullies can call you out. They don't know who you are, and then they show up and they have to fight you for a round.
Oh shit.
Bully beatdown.
I don't want to have to fight nobody, but yeah.
Oh, just get a few guys. Get
They just
Mayhem Miller.
they still have to sign a
Yeah,
waiver.
get Mayhem.
Sign
in
an
there.
online waiver first.
That'd be good.
If you're
that'd be
gonna
good for
join
Mayhem.
my chat, sign this waiver. They all sign it. Then you find out where they live, and you fucking show up to the door like Jay inside the box.
Speaking of training, TJ, one of the guys that you helped train on the Ultimate Fighter, Fury.
Oh, yeah.
Little Fury.
Yeah.
He's a monster, and he was training during the Hamzat Chimaev camp here with Arman and everybody. He fought this weekend and he won.
Nice.
And we have a lot of content of you training with him at Santo Performance Studio.
He's
That
good.
was the first time I had seen you put on gloves and actually try to kill someone.
Yeah,
and
he's good.
then I reminded everybody. I go, oh, this is why they called him Dillashaw, because this guy was in the training facility and this guy's trying to show him something, and then TJ just turns it on. And the next thing you know, this guy who's preparing for a fight is like, you know, trying to prepare to protect his life because TJ decided to turn the training to 100.
Right here's where you could get out.
Yeah.
When that first takedown that Islam got on him, so all he has to do, JDM's got to push on his shoulders, create some space. I say all you have to do. It's really hard.
We're looking at a single leg.
Yeah, it's a head inside single leg, right? And Islam's bear hugging the leg, and he's got it hooked in between his legs. First thing you do is you don't put your foot inside his legs. You put it on his hip. You push your hands on his shoulder, and you point your knee to the ground. Because you don't have shoes on, your foot can slip right out. And it's so...
This is the wiggle you're
It is
talking
easy.
about.
If you understand wrestling, it is pretty easy.
Yeah, I have a shoe on. But watch, grab a single leg. Okay, so it's this leg, head inside, right? You gotta see, he's bear hugging my leg.
Yep.
Right now, my first problem is I put my leg in the middle.
Yep.
Okay.
He didn't do it. No, he put it there though.
Okay, so
Islam put it there.
put it there. Put your leg, hug it here, right?
Yep.
Because of where my knee bends, I'm gonna come here.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna push here. Right. I'm also fighting a guy that's very strong, but I'm gonna push him here, and all I gotta do is get his grip below my knee, and I put my knee to the ground. Hold on to my leg.
Yep.
Hold on to it.
Yeah.
Like hold on to it.
Got it.
Right. So I'm gonna push with this. I'm gonna push it. My knee comes to the ground, and I slide my leg out.
Yeah.
And if I have a shoe on, like if I have a single leg on you, right, and you put it here where you're supposed to,
Yeah.
and I'm holding on to it tight, point your knee over, no, foot stays there,
Yeah.
your knee goes over my hand and point it towards the ground, right? Now push it towards the ground, right? Without the shoe, it just slides right out.
Yeah. But the thing is like that seems like one of the most amateur techniques for escapes.
If you don't wrestle.
Got it. All right.
If you don't wrestle.
So it seems like
Seems basic.
JDM really didn't prepare
I mean, I'm sure he did. I'm sure he prepared his ass off, you know. But I think maybe he's preparing to like be on the ground already, and rather than defending the shot, I don't know. Like you're not in his camp, but
that's an elementary level, you know. Defense.
I'm not getting taken down a head inside single leg,
not
right? But
really.
obviously, Islam's very strong. He's a great wrestler, and he elevates it pretty quick. But you got to be like quick with that. Foot outside, push, create space, knee down. You know, you might. The only thing that could happen, you might give up your back a little bit, right? But as long as you keep that stiff arm, I mean, it's better than getting lifted and put right on your back.
You think that Islam almost expected for him to do that because he waited a little bit before he transitioned to the you know, like look, it was a split second. Then before he did that, he said, "Oh, he's not going for it," so he took advantage of it.
Yeah.
But I look at Islam's preparation for like all his fights, and it seems like he doesn't even break a sweat. It seems like
he's definitely been in some fights where he's gotten tired.
Yeah, I've seen that, but it just seems like he's always in control.
Yeah, that's why he's what 19-1. That's why he's the pound for pound champion.
But is that a mindset thing? Is that a cardio thing?
It's like both. I think it's cardio genetically, cardio for how hard he works, and a mindset thing. He's got the utmost belief. He's super strong. The mind is a powerful thing, man. The mind is the most powerful weapon you could possibly have. And with the mindset that those Dagestanians have, the Habibs, the Nurmagomedov little brother, and Islam, all these guys, like they have this mindset of that they're going to win at all times. Like Hamzat, like no doubt in his mind, he's not winning. You know, like he has that mindset, and you can't teach that. That's just something that's developed over time and at birth. You have that fight in you.
Rampage, did you see anything from Islam that looked different compared to his last fight?
Boring.
I think he looked really good at 70s. I think he's sucking a lot of weight to make 55s. I think he looked really good at 170. You know, I was curious how the weight was going to look. I mean, he looked like he was a little bit even sucked up on the scale at 170. Like you could tell he like lost some water weight and you see it in his face a little bit. So I don't think he's going to have a problem at 70s. He's going to stay at 70s, and I don't see anyone beating him anytime real soon.
Yeah, I don't think no one's going to beat him anytime soon.
I mean, can we pull up the top 5 again?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's and you know, in all honesty, he's really good. Look, you know, his striking is really good. He's got good kicks, good punches.
He's a complete package.
He's a complete package, yeah.
So Sean Brady just lost. Bilal lost to JDM.
But they're also sparring partners and like kind of like almost Bilal and Islam. I think they're like almost teammates in a way.
Oh, he went out to Dagestan and trained with him, and he even said he's like, I thought I trained hard until I trained with these guys.
Yeah. And JDM.
Shavkat.
Shavkat would be a good fight.
That'd be a good fight.
Shavkat's still undefeated too.
Yeah. I mean, if Kamaru Usman had that same fire he did to become a champion, he'd be a problem. I just don't know if he has that same fire anymore. And how old is Kamaru now?
What about Morales? How would he do against Islam?
I think Islam would do the same kind of thing. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen Morales' ground game, right? But it's hard to believe that Islam wouldn't just do this again. Maybe danger with that reach coming in, and the strength of how big. I mean, 200-pound man fighting you, you know, and maybe Islam's 190. I bet Islam gets up close to 185, 190 in the night of the fight. I don't know. It's a tough one, man. I think Islam still gets it done. That's why I don't see him losing anytime soon. Maybe Shavkat would be a good test.
Yeah, I mean, you still have Colby Covington.
Is he even in?
He's still 11.
11. When's the last time he won?
I don't know the last time he's fought.
Yeah.
Who did he fight last? I don't think he won his last fight.
He lost. Remember, he like broke his leg right when the fight started. I think it was Leon Edwards. No, who was it?
I can't remember who he fought, but who it was he lost.
His last fight was against Joaquin Buckley.
Oh, that's right. And Joaquin dog walked him.
Buckley's good, man. Buckley's big too. Buckley's good.
How would Buckley do against him?
It'd be interesting to see. I think Buckley might get tired. He's got a lot of muscle mass, right? There's a downfall of having too much muscle. It takes a lot of oxygen to support that. But I would be interested to see. I mean, he's a problem. He's good. He's athletic. He's got powerful striking. I just don't know if he'd be able to hold up with the pace of Islam's grappling.
Is there something that JDM has to do now to get the rematch, or do you think that the UFC won't give him the rematch?
Oh, there's no way.
No way?
No, if you got beat up like that for 5 rounds.
Yeah.
UFC,
especially with, I mean, it'd be different if JDM was like the only test still for at 70s, but there's just like a stable of 170 pounders, especially that fought this night, that have a reason to fight for the title. It'd be different if there wasn't another guy in line. There's plenty of guys in line to fight Islam next.
But JDM, he was a champion, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He won't get a rematch though. He'll have to fight another 1 or 2 fights because, like I said, there's just a stable 170 pounders that can step in.
But what if he had a rematch clause in his contract?
I doubt they'd do that. I don't know. You could.
I wouldn't even want a rematch.
You got to do some wrestling first.
Yeah.
You got to go travel somewhere and do some wrestling. Go train with Bo Nickal.
Yeah.
You know, go out to Penn State and train with all those wrestlers out there.
What does the division look like now in terms of this big fight coming up this weekend, TJ, with Arman and Dan Hooker? What do you think?
For 55s?
Yeah.
I think Arman gets the fight done. I think he is too calculated, too strong, too good of a grappler. His technique's solid. I know he works hard. He was working with Sam Calavita. I think Sam's probably overseeing what he still does. So his cardio is going to be second to none. I think it's a great fight for Arman. He gets the fight done, and then he fights Ilya in the middle of next year, probably.
And do you feel like that fight is going to be something that this fight with Dan Hooker is going to be something that the UFC is like, all right, cool, you win this, we're instantly giving you a title shot?
Yeah.
Has to be, right?
I don't see any other way.
And Rampage, is there a fight you want to see? I know you talked about Khamzat Chimaev and Alex Pereira maybe, but is there a fight that you kind of want to see recently with all these new call-outs?
Damn, yeah. Khamzat and Pereira?
They've been talking about that. Khamzat maybe moving
That's
up.
not a good fight for Pereira.
No, I want to see Francis and John Jones.
Oh my God.
Yeah, everyone does.
That's just the fight. They should be able to make that now. Both guys are a little bit older. They'd probably both want it. Yeah. That would be a fight anybody could make happen. That would be the one to make happen. Yeah. But I think everybody now wants to see Alex Pereira and John Jones at White House.
Yeah.
How would that go down?
John Jones would beat him.
Really?
Yeah. Too long, too good with distance control, and his grappling would just be way too much for him.
Yeah, John. I don't think John would stand and trade with.
No, he's too smart.
No, Alex. Yeah.
And everybody says that he's too smart because once again, it's about winning the fight. It's not about the show, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, when everybody talks about wrestling, it's like, okay, well that argument goes out the door because everybody says why John Jones would win is because John Jones would probably shoot in on Alex Pereira.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw what he did to Tsarukyan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, John Jones finishes too.
What did we think of the Tsarukyan Tom Aspinall fight?
Oh man, Tsarukyan looked good in that first round. That fight has to happen again. You know?
It has to happen. Who do you think wins the second one? The rematch?
It's going to be a lot. Like I had Aspinall going into that first fight, but after seeing that, I think so. Now there's multiple ways to look at this, right? So now it's more of a toss up in everyone's mind because Tsarukyan looked so good in the first round and kind of brought some light to Tom Aspinall. But now Tom Aspinall gets to go and see like what Tsarukyan was doing to be so great against him. So now you get to like really get a full camp around it. So, he bailed out and now he gets a chance to really break down the tape. So he gets more time to prepare for what Tsarukyan's going to bring too. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I think Tsarukyan was doing well in that first fight, but I really think that the eye poke was intentional.
Yeah.
100%. I feel like that.
I can see that.
Yeah, so I think he was probably worried about Aspinall a little bit, but he was doing great. Tsarukyan was doing great at first.
Circling the right way, hitting him with that jab as he was coming in.
Super, super well-versed athlete. You can see the way he moves around. Like, this guy knows how to move.
Yeah, you got to bum rush him, put him against the cage, take him down. I mean, do the John Jones, you know?
Yeah. All right, we have a big fight coming up this weekend. We have Arman Tsarukyan. We have Dan Hooker. That is the fight we've been waiting. I know, TJ, we're going to have you on a back-to-back header. Monday, again, we'll have you back in here again to recap.
Nice.
Today, we wanted to kind of brush through these fights and get this out as soon as possible because
Yep.
I know a lot of people have been waiting to see these. So we're trying to get a lot more content out for you guys as fast as possible. Make sure you guys go check out the brand new Jaxxon Sports Show with myself and Twitch. We interview guys in moto, skate, and surf. We have a bunch of new podcasts coming out with me, Rampage, and TJ, and then a bunch of recaps with TJ as well. And then you'll see some of the behind the brand footage of TJ breaking down some of these techniques, plus a little bit of what we got going on here at Jaxxon in the Behind the Brand episode every other week on the Behind the Brand page. Thank you guys for watching. We're out.